President's Page by Dr. Thomas Zamperi. The usual thumbnail head and shoulder length black and white photo of Tom Zamperi, smiling broadly, accompanies his President's Page. In the photo, he is wearing a golf shirt that displays the BVA logo imprint. The background provides a light contrast. There is no accompanying caption. The text of the President's Page reads, "I hope that the arrival of this issue of the Bulletin finds each of you well. I encourage you and all my fellow veterans, if you have not already done so, to obtain the COVID-19 vaccine so that you are protected from this dangerous pandemic that is still somewhat with us. To assure the safety of our members and families, the National Board of Directors, in cooperation with VA Blind Rehabilitation Service, BRS, have determined to hold a virtual convention in August. As national president during the pandemic, I have found it painful to have to forego a live convention for 2 consecutive years. Nevertheless, we must take the steps that will safeguard our members. We can then look forward to holding our next convention in the nation's capital in August 2022. The board and the executive director, along with the convention and education committees, are working diligently to organize a variety of educational Zoom sessions in addition to 2 BVA business sessions for this year's virtual convention. According to the bylaws, we must elect our national officers this year. All national officers are restricted to 2-year terms. We encourage all regional groups to either vote for a delegate or have their presidents represent them during the virtual business sessions. Because this is a virtual business meeting, the delegate or officer must register for the convention a minimum of 2 weeks prior to the first business session. In addition to a business session for elections on Wednesday, we have recognized the need for changes in the BVA national bylaws to authorize virtual business meetings and elections on a wider scale. Redistricting, policies regarding regional groups, and other articles need updating to reflect the demographic changes across the organization. In order to move forward, we must evaluate new strategies and redesign how we function nationally and at the local regional group level. We can no longer avoid the updating of our bylaws. As most of us are probably aware, BVA has experienced a significant loss of World War II and Korean War members. This sharp decline will continue over the next 2 years. The BVA total national membership has declined to its lowest level in more than 30 years, impacting our mission, regional groups, and volunteer efforts. I ask that we adjust and react to these challenges. The old claim was that if we just recruited half of the blinded veterans on the Visual Impairment Service Team, VIST, rosters, we would not have to change anything. However, the majority of the National Board endorses the recruiting of both low vision and blinded veterans from the 83,000 now enrolled on those rosters. BRS recently was asked how many visually impaired, low-vision veterans have, in the past 3 years, progressed to legal blindness. The answer is 8,629. Veterans Health Administration, VHA, enrollees were identified as having a prior diagnosis of low vision before subsequently receiving a diagnosis of legal blindness. Recruiting them early will help them in the adjustment process and develop the peer relationships they need. It will also make them feel welcome within the BVA. Our membership and regional group committees have done outstanding work in reviewing many key articles in the BVA national bylaws dealing with membership, regional groups, dues, and the national convention, in addition to their review of the regional group manual. Many of these issues will be voted on in the second virtual business session in August. The good news is that BVA staff members are working productively and efficiently, making possible the reduction of our deficits substantially the past year. I sincerely appreciate our BVA board members who devote several hours each week in volunteer effort to make a positive impact on the association. A very special thanks again goes to our BVA staff members for their commitment. Be sure to frequently check the BVA website since it provides us with the most updated information about upcoming events. The convention information will most certainly be at the forefront of such updates in the coming months.